Hi YouTube, DB Cooper coming at you here from the beautiful woods of northeastern Pennsylvania again. Today I'm going to do a review on a product that's relatively new to the hammock market. There really is, I don't want to say there's nothing like them, but there are some differences that stand out from everything else on the market. It's a product that I've had the opportunity to use the prototype versions of, and I was really excited about them. And it's been on the market now for maybe about 2.5, 3 months, and I've had these quilts for about 3 weeks. Right now I have 2 nights under them, or using them I should say. The first night got down to about 12 degrees. I have the 0 degree set, and I got to be honest, the first night was a little rough. The Underquilt doesn't adjust. You adjust it differently than your normal everyday underquilts on the market now. So it got down to about 12. It was a little bit chilly that night. I ended up doubling up quilts. I brought my extra set of quilts with me. So Saturday I gave Barry a call, who works for Sierra Madre, and he kind of talked me through some of the things I was doing wrong in setting it up. Saturday night it wasn't as cold. It was in the sorry, it was in the mid-30s. And I had everything dialed in finally, and I ended up venting the quilt quite a bit. So I'm going to start with the Underquilt quick. Let me make sure this is it. So the Inferno Underquilt is what really makes it different from everything on the market now, is that you don't have any secondary suspension, or you don't have to worry about cinching the ends up around you or underneath your back or anything like that. It's one attachment point, and then it has, we got some snow falling off the trees here. It has these draft caps on the end, which are what seal the quilt around you to create that little air gap to keep you from getting cold. So all you're gonna do is just take the hook. It's real simple. Hook it like that. These quilts, this Underquilt, will work with any gathered end hammock, not just Sierra Madre quilts. And all you're going to do again, they're labeled head and foot, and I'll show you in a little bit. Bring it under, attach the clip, and then really it's just as simple as snugging it up. And you get the hammock under it, snug it up a little more. The problem I had the first night was that I had the ends cinched way too tight. Like a normal Underquilt, you kind of want it to lift the quilt up a little bit. This quilt, you just want it, when it's like it is now, you just kind of want it snug underneath of it. You don't want it to really lift it up. That's one thing I've learned. If you have a Sierra Madre hammock, they do have these little D-rings here. Real simple, attaches the Underquilt to the hammock so it doesn't wander around or anything like that on you at night. Right here, I don't know, I'll bring you in a little bit closer, but here's how you adjust how snug it fits you. All you're going to do is pull this tight, draw this cord lock in, and that's what's really going to kind of seal up around you and everything. You do the same thing for the other side. I connected the wrong side. My bad. Get it real quick here. Again, these will work with any gathered end Underquilt, not just hammock, not just a Sierra Madre hammock. So that's how you adjust it. You just want it kind of snug up underneath the hammock. I'll bring you in a little bit. I'll grab the camera. This is the top quilt. The first night I used this top quilt, it was absolutely fantastic. I used the prototype version first, which was actually much smaller of a back, so it was a little hard to get into, but this is much different. What really sets this top quilt apart from everything else on the market as far as top quilts go is that this does have a hood on it, similar to a mummy bag. It's got the open back, no zipper, just like a regular top quilt. You could also, if need be, I don't know why you'd want to, but you could use this on the ground as a, top quilt for a sleeping pad. So the hood will cinch down around your face, real simple to get into. Another nice little feature are these little pieces of shock cord here. I don't know how well you can see them. And you know, when you get home, everything is soggy. You just hang this up, let that quilt air out and dry. The top quilt weighs in at 24.6 ounces, and the underquilt weighs in at 26.5 ounces, which I don't think is too bad for a 0 degree set of quilts. They are made out of an 800 fill goose tech down, or down tech goose. I said that wrong. So it's a treated down, so you know, shouldn't really absorb just general moisture in the air. So right now I'm going to climb into the hammock really quick, and this hammock isn't really adjusted the best, but I'll show you how I get in it. Let me kick my boots off here. So I just get in, get my feet up into the foot box, right? I'll reach down and pull that underquilt over a little bit. Right now it's cinched up pretty nice and tight. So the nice thing about the hood is that if you don't want to use it, you just pull your head out, tucks in behind you, and you have a nice little pillow there. Same goes if you're a side sleeper. If you're a side sleeper, that's not a big deal either. You kind of, when you adjust the quilt around you, you tuck it in and it ends up right here on you. So again, you have a nice little pillow there. So pull the hood down. As you can see, I have a nice little pillow here if I wanted. And then once you're ready, all I do is just tuck the quilt in behind you like you normally would. Nice thing about this quilt also is that it's not very confining. You know, I've got plenty of room to kick a leg out or anything like that if I want to. It's not, you know, it's not a really narrow quilt. You know, if I want the hood, I just pull it up. If I want to cinch it down, I can cinch it down right around my face, kind of seal everything off. So the underquilt is labeled a head end and foot end, and the reason for that is that there is more down under your upper half. It's made so that, you know, where you want to be warm is where the down is, around your shoulders, your torso, and stuff like that. So let me climb out here, and then I'll give you a better look. Grab the camera. Sorry if it's a little bouncy. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take you to the head end first. Just kind of show you here. You can see right there it's labeled head end, and this is how simple these clips work. It's a little, let's see if I can do it one-handed. Oh, come on, we'll loosen it up a little bit. All right, so all you're gonna do is come up and kind of do this from the camera, quarter turn, and that's it. Just that simple to connect it. So when you're adjusting the quilt, one-handed, 2 fingers, pull it up, everything cinches up real nice. So these are the draft caps at the end. What I really like about these so far is that, you know, on a traditional underquilt, if you have the ends, you have to have them cinched just right. If they're too tight, the quilt's gonna slide around on you side to side. It's gonna give you air gaps as well. If it's too loose, it's gonna give you air gaps, and then you get cold spots, right? So that's really nice. I do like the draft caps. There, the sun is kind of at my back here. So here's these cord locks I was talking about. That's your adjustment point. And then right here, if you have a Sierra Madre hammock, you can see it just kind of goes in and out real easy. So you can do it one-handed. Yeah, and then it's attached and detached. So again, all you're gonna do is to adjust the quilt, you're gonna cinch this down and pull that cord lock. That'll cinch up around you. That's also the way that if you want to vent the quilt, if it's too warm at night, if you're, you know, say you only get one set of quilts and you're using it and it's 50 degrees out. You could leave the ends loose and or leave these loose. It'll give you a nice little bit of airflow under there if you're getting warm. So it's the same thing on the foot end. It is labeled right there. You can see feet, same attachment point. The blue is, or I'm sorry, the head is blue and the feet are gray, kind of color coded. My one and only concern with this, and it's just gonna have to be an over time thing, is that this webbing here, it's like maybe 1 inch wide. It's an elastic webbing. Is that over time, this may lose its elasticity a little bit, but that's just gonna have to be something that, you know, the more you use it and everything like that, we're just gonna have to figure out. I've been kind of anxious to get more time with this. I do have a trip coming up this weekend, but I'm still not sure about that. They're kind of calling for some heavy rain over the weekend, so I don't know what's going to happen there. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to, you know, leave me a comment or something. Make sure you like the video. I will say that I'm going to have a video series coming out, a crash course in hammock camping. I'm going to try and keep the video short and sweet, less than 5-6 minutes. We're going to do probably one video that might be 10-15 minutes. I'll kind of go over everything. And then each video after that is going to be a short video on one topic, whether it be hammocks, suspension, different types of tarps, and everything like that. So yeah, again, if you guys have any questions, you know, let me know. Make sure I don't normally ask people to do this. I understand I'm a pretty small channel. I only have a couple videos, but you know, subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna have some more videos coming out shortly. So take care. Happy hanging.